Hello, mic testing. You guys can just comment saying that yes, we can hear. If you can hear, there is a live chat
Hi.
box on the side.
Audible?
Yes. You guys can just comment saying that yes, we can hear. So we have what? Okay, let me just make a video gallery of it. So one thing I would like to tell you, there is a 20-second gap between the Zoom, the Zoom live chat that we are having on the YouTube. अगर तुम लोगों ने YouTube साइड में खोल के रखा है तो उसको म्यूट पे डाल दो बिकॉज वो तुम्हारा ये आवाज का फीडबैक तुमको वापस मिलेगा.
मदन हाय.
हाँ बोल.
हाय.
मेरा आवाज नहीं आ रहा है क्या भाई? और आकाश बोलो कैसे हो?
मदन मुझे आ रहा है तेरा आवाज.
तुझे आ रहा है ना? निशांत आ रहा है ना आवाज?
आ रहा है क्लियर है.
आकाश तुझे भी आ रहा है? आकाश हैंग हो गया एकदम थोड़ा सा.
आकाश हैंग हो गया है.
तो ये पोर्ट्रेट में चाहिए, लैंडस्केप में चाहिए था?
तो लैंडस्केप में रख दे तो और क्लियर विजन दिखेगा. एट अ टाइम इन वन पर्टिकुलर बॉक्स चार जन फिट हो रहा है तो लैंडस्केप में रख दे. दैट विल बी मच बेटर. वी स्टिल हैव अबाउट 3 मिनट्स लेफ्ट. तो ये जो इसका यूआरएल है तुम लोग जहां पे भी तुमको पोस्ट करने का कर दो अभी. सो इट विल बी मच बेटर.
अच्छा, टेल मी वन थिंग लाइक
या
I can do it posted on Instagram also or like
Instagram में फिर वही हो जाएगा. You will have to go and नो लिंक इन बायो करके ऑप्शन रहेगा. then you will have to type it in the
अच्छा on the story something.
story something link in
Okay,
bio.
okay. No, then it's not, it makes no sense.
नहीं तो क्या हो रहा है कि here you have an option of posting the link wherever you want. So अगर Facebook में भी डाल दिया तो उधर ही आ जाएगा.
तो वहां से लोग देख सकते हैं, अपने को ब्राउज कर सकते हैं क्या?
हाँ ब्राउज कर सकते हैं. They can see. वो मतलब they click the YouTube, it will go live and then ultimately the comment section will be in the live only.
Okay.
It's in the YouTube, not on the.
Now
Facebook.
how can we check the live who are commenting, who are asking questions and all? Like how
वो
can we
YouTube पे
check
आएगा.
that?
तुम लोग को नहीं दिखेगा.
मेरे को तो नहीं दिखेगा.
तेरे को नहीं दिखेगा. शायद मेरे को ही दिखेगा because I am the host. Correct.
ठीक है चलेगा. You are the host, so you tell
हाँ
us
तो
the
मैं
question.
I'll just read it out and say because the point is I wanted to go on Facebook.
Okay.
अरे what you can do is see side by side तुम लोग YouTube भी खोल के रख सकते हो but YouTube को वॉल्यूम कम करके रख दो तुम लोग.
अच्छा, YouTube के लिए कहाँ जाना, किधर, कौन से साइड में जाना है अपने को?
YouTube में. अच्छा wait let me just pass on the link to you. तुम लोग को मैं यहाँ पे चैट बॉक्स खोलता हूँ मैं एंड यहाँ पे मैं लिंक डाल देता हूँ मैं. So this is the link. So you can just paste this link. अरे this is non copyable link. तुम लोग को मैं WhatsApp पे अभी भेज देता हूँ लिंक तुम लोग को मैं.
कॉपी मेरे इसमें हुआ, रुक.
इसमें आ गया क्या?
ब्रो 1 minute लेफ्ट.
हाँ चलेगा. मैं अभी का अभी कर देता हूँ सीन. तो उसको ले. नहीं आई हैवंट पोस्टेड येट तो WhatsApp पे भी डाल दो. WhatsApp स्टोरीज में डालेगा. Some will start. People will start from the middle of the video. That's also fine. WhatsApp पे भी डाल दो. WhatsApp स्टोरीज में डालेगा. Some will start. तो YouTube का तुम लोग वॉल्यूम बंद रखो बिकॉज उसमें देयर इज ऑलवेज अ 20-second लैग.
या इट्स अ लैग.
हाँ तो उसको म्यूट ही रखो बिकॉज इवन इफ कोई भी कमेंट करेगा that will come to you only after 20 seconds. So if you are opening the YouTube right now तुम लोग को नीचे comment section में देख सकते हो.
Okay. But Madan, I'm not able to see myself on YouTube.
You are not able to see yourself on YouTube.
Yeah. I can see now.
तो वही लैग की वजह से हो गया और कुछ नहीं.
हाँ.
मैं काम करता हूँ. मैं तुम लोग सबको टैग कर देता हूँ मैं. I know we are not on time but ठीक है, this is the first time. And Akash Munshitivar. Fine. So I've tagged you all on Facebook. So your friends, my friends, we all can see each other. Okay, fine. Akash, सुनाई दे रहा तुमको? Mangesh, it's audible, very much audible, right?
Yeah.
ठीक है. Okay, great. So the whole idea of this discussion that we are doing today is basically you all know the situation, right? Corporates में भी and all the other industry except the teaching industry, that is online platform. I think most of these platforms are badly affected. So my point is, firstly, I want to know from you all that how you people are trying to survive the whole situation right now. Because we all four of us are in the almost the same industry. Mangesh here is a pure teacher. So he teaches about like around from the age of 4 to 5. I am also a teacher. I start teaching from the age of 7, 8 onwards. And Akash is a full-time teacher and a full-time guitarist. And Nishant is also a teacher. And somewhere we are also a producer, producing different genres. So in one way, things that make all of us unique is basically that, you know, we all have our niche. So certain things that I'm doing, probably you are not able to do. Certain things that you are doing, probably I'm not able to do. So now in such situation, first I would like to ask how did you or how are you able to manage the current situation right now? So with this whole lockdown thing.
Madan, I think there's a disturbance somewhere, so I'm not able to kind of hear.
Okay, I would like you to just raise hand saying that okay, you are able to hear me right now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
अच्छा ठीक है, so very much live. Mangesh, you can also. आकाश थोड़ा सा lag हो रहा है आकाश का. आकाश ईयरफोन डाल सकता है क्या? So you know, I don't know how. आकाश का थोड़ा lag हो गया यहाँ पे. Okay, ठीक है. So yeah, so my basic question was, how are you trying to survive with this current situation, and your thoughts on the current situation and the futuristic point of view? Like, what do you really think? What can be done for us musicians? Like that.
See, right now in this condition, everyone knows work from home is the only option. So, a good internet connection, a good camera, and it's good if you have some equipments or instruments, and you can start taking online classes. So it again depends of what age group will you be taking the classes of, because it won't be easy to take new classes because you will have to start from the basic, and it would be more better if you have advanced students. For now, anything is possible. You can try. Even if you want to start with new kids, you can always try that. You can take in a couple of demo sessions, random sessions. You can go with that.
Yeah, quite a few people are asking me about the demo sessions and all that. But see, my point is, see, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how much it is feasible for the beginners. Beginners may be ठीक है. After a certain age group, let's say 10, 12, the students, they are able to grasp fast and they are able to understand. But the students, like, you know, very much amateur, like 4, 5, you really have to, you know, take their hands and put them on the keys and make them do it. I am not really very much comfortable with that situation when it comes to online. So yeah, one of the factor is the internet connection. If there is a lag, then your work is gone. But see, my whole point is, apart from teaching, as a musician or as a music producer or as a singer, how do you look yourself in this particular scenario? I mean, Nishant, you are a full-time music producer, right?
Yeah.
So you're a music producer, and
Yeah.
you know how it has affected. So what do you think that what is the alternate solution that is happening right now?
Right now, see, the thing is, like, since we have like a lot of projects in hand, and now everything has gone for a toss. So what is happening is, like, now you don't have anything, because now all the shoots have been stopped because there is social distancing that you need to follow.
Yes.
And the thing is, like, now since you don't have the shoots going on, you don't need the music, right?
Yep.
So the client is not getting any like payment, so we are kind of stuck, and we are like having no projects with us right now. So I don't know, like, till when this happens, because I'm just waiting till, you know, we have a good news that, you know, the vaccine, if it arrives, so we can at least probably start with the work. But obviously it will not start at least a year. It will take
not a year at all.
Yeah, not a year at all. So it will take at least 2021 mid, after the rains, maybe September, October, we might have, you know, some bit of normalization that will happen. So even I'm not sure about that, because it's all depending on the vaccine and the antibiotics, you know. So the thing is like, it has really affected my business. So if I say, like, if I was 100%, so I came down to like 30% now.
Wow.
So you can say that I am like back to 2008 something.
Wow.
So what I'm in 2020,
it's a drastic drop.
It's a drastic drop. So I've lost a lot of projects. So that's the thing. So now you have no clue, like what you do, what you can do. Like there's nothing you can do. So now is the time, like you can just sit home and work on your stuff, maybe create new ideas, work on your tracks, work on new ideas. Maybe you can do online collaboration with musicians and work on some sounds. You can do something like that.
But then is it very much feasible to generate a revenue out of it? What do
No, you
say?
cannot.
It's just a marketing tool at the moment. So even I am also doing on a very regular basis. In a week, I'm posting about 2 videos of mine, short, long, or just playing live stuff.
Yeah.
Marketing for the future. Akash, what's your take on this? As a guitarist, not as a teacher. As a teacher, we have all figured out a particular way out. So, like that, right? Your audio is mute, Akash. Audio is mute. Yeah, Akash, tell me.
Yeah, so even if you talk as a guitarist, there are different things. For me, my main thing is teaching, right? So definitely it affected a lot. But if you talk about gigs and everything, right now, I don't think anyone can have a gig for at least next year or two. So yeah, this is one can work on the things, what you want to do, and you can direct what you want to do. For that, you can do your thing. So yeah.
I'm getting what you're trying to say in terms of gigs. So definitely, whatever live used to happen outdoors, out of our houses, out of our studios. For me, the biggest loss is my studio is like about, let's say, 1.5 kilometers away from my house, and then I'm just not able to travel there, and like I don't have the acoustic at my house to record or anything. And even if I have the acoustic, because my main job was recording. Apart from production, I used to do recordings of the clients. So at least, even if the clients are giving me projects online, making me payments online, they have to at least visit once to my studio to get their voice recorded, and then probably I'll mix it as much as they want, and they can do. But that itself is stopped. Now, see, the other thing that I wanted to tell you right now is I saw one video of a collaboration of a music producer and a singer. That is Mangesh is sitting here. Mangesh has collaborated one music video with a singer.
Right.
Okay. Now that singer absolutely have no idea about the recording, no idea about the music production. So, but the end result has come out really well. I will be sharing the link of that video here in this Zoom chat box, and probably on the Facebook also. I think Mangesh must be having this. So my point is, if that is the future I'm seeing, let's say you are collaborating with a singer, like Nishan, abhi ek singer hai. Now the singer wants you to make a particular track and then wants you to sing. Is the future we can see that all these singers will have an audio interface, will have a mic, they will get their work done at their home. Is that beneficial for us or is it a loss for us? That is point number 1. Point number 2, if they get to know the recording knack, and then probably the whole concept of a recording studio is totally dead.
Firstly, I would tell that you cannot have a professional recording studio at home. Okay.
Definitely.
Because for that you need to invest a lot in your mics. Your mics has to be the best ones. So what you find normally in bigger studios, you cannot do the same entire setup at home, right? Even a singer or maybe any musician.
Yeah.
So there's no point in doing online, because online will not give you 100% result, right? What you have in a recording studio. So the thing is, like, it's again the same thing. Like, if you have done something like in the studio, and if you do it at home, I mean, an online collaboration, it will make a lot of difference. Getting it? In terms of music, in terms of quality, everything it will affect.
Definitely.
Okay, so it cannot be a lifelong solution, but for temporary basis, yes, I would say that, okay, it's fine, it's good, you can do it. Maybe what you can do is at this time, you can maybe collaborate, you can keep it as a, as a folder. And once the situation gets normal, you can re-record it in the studio and, get it sorted out soon. Get it done. So you have such kind of ideas and you can do that. But obviously recording studios, you cannot, obviously, because none of us are so rich that, you can make a 3 CR studio at home and, do something
Nishan, the matter is not about our 3 CR studio. The matter is the whole approach of looking at the things have changed. People are learning FL Studio on YouTube.
Yeah.
Number one.
See now a production can be done in a laptop
In a
to
laptop,
a bigger
definitely.
studio also. Like okay,
Yeah.
so it can go anywhere. So you can just sit on over in like in a beach and then you can make a track as well. So that's not a problem. Okay. So now the technology has gone so up that you can do whatever you want. Okay, I can make a track in a phone and then maybe I can rewrite it in my studio and I can do whatever I want.
Yes.
So the thing is like you cannot get a very 100% result through doing this, at home studios or something like that. You won't get the actual feel because when you're live in front of everyone, all the musicians, you can sit there, discuss ideas, you can see, visually you can see each other and you can say that, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Yeah, that's one thing I always had the same feeling कि जो one-to-one में जो connection है that online
you cannot get it virtually, like
virtually,
you cannot get that.
I totally agree with that. But my point is, Mangesh, but then how did you get that result with your singer like that? Because it is clearly seen that your singer is at her house and you are at your house, and how did you manage to get that?
See, first of all, I have a basic production setup. I have a good quality monitor pair and audio interface, good quality microphone. So it was easy for me to record at my place, and I used a kind of like a custom made studio booth, so that reverb get cancelled, not 100% but at a good extent. And the thing with my singer, the female singer who was singing, she happened to have a good audio interface and a mic at her place.
Okay.
So it was gifted to her by her brother, but good for us that we could use it. So now that I guided her how to use it, so the technical terms which are not that hard to produce a raw track, and for a studio booth we can always use a wardrobe full of clothes, so to cancel the reverberations.
Yeah.
And the same way we used internet to transfer the files. And the main thing is at all the times we were taking opinions of each other. That is one of the reason that the track was good. For at least for me, it was a very good track.
It was a 2-minute track basically. That it was a 2-minute music. So basically, what you're trying to say is your singer already had a condenser microphone, and then she happened to record everything raw. So she just recorded her voice and sent it to you. She did not do the mixing part. The mixing part was done by you.
Vocal processing, mixing, mastering, post processing, all it was done by me. Post-production processing.
Yeah, so this is what I was trying to say in a way that it's a boon also, and at the same time it's a loss. So boon in a way that if we don't know how long this lockdown gets over. See, my point is by July, even if the lockdown gets over, people are still skeptical to come out of the house. So as Nishant, you rightly said that एक साल तक कोई आएगा नहीं घर से बाहर. But if and the other point is like some of the people they just bought these condenser mic at home for the testing purpose and just probably just lying in a box or somewhere. That's for the singers. And also if you look at the price of a audio interface and the condenser mic, you get within 10K you get both. And decent pair of headphones like for 2000. So if we take it as, let's say these people are interested in recording, but they want quality. So the one particular thing I would suggest is you are a producer, you make a track, you give them the raw track. Okay. The singer will sing on the basis of the raw track. You will have to teach them the basic functionality like soloing a track, muting a track. They will solo a track and they'll send it back to you. And then you are the master of, mixing and doing everything. But other point is like, as you rightly said, you won't get the same effect or same quality of what is there on a big studio. Let's say like my mixing and what is done in Yash Raj, like probably बहुत जमीन आसमान का फर्क है. But my point is that required? Is a requirement right now? Because if you see this rapper right now, Emiway and Divine, these people are recording, they are making their own tracks at home. They're doing the rap at their home. उनके घर के नीचे garden है, वहाँ पे जाके shooting किया using iPhone. They have uploaded on YouTube, millions of views. So I'm looking at that point of view, like from there. What do you have to say, Nishant or Akash? What do you say?
So it's the same thing that I said, like, you cannot have a professional quality of music, like at home, home studio, just to be precise. So you just have to there's just one solution. You just have to wait till the time everything get normalized, because this will happen for 3 months, 6 months. Okay. But then you will eventually feel that okay, this is not happening properly, so you'll have to just wait for the time to settle down, and you'll have to kind of go to the studios, and as you said, in Yashraj you have a very large difference what you do in the mixing.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
it makes a difference, right? So what you compare at your home setup, you will not get the same exact quality in your high-end studios.
Right.
Okay, so it's always like you now, since you have this time, it's better to like maybe write tracks, write new music. You
Yeah,
can just
I
do
agree.
that, because there's no hard and fast rule that you have to kind of make everything done now in the pandemic. Okay, so this is the time to use your time and just like kind of write new ideas and work on it, work on different collaborations, work on different like contact different people, like maybe with the singers or rappers or beat makers or whatever, XYZ. Okay, so you can just kind of use this time and maybe collaborate and
Collaborate with different artists.
yeah, it's better.
Makes sense. And also, so one thing is very clear, that in terms of revenue from recording and music, we don't have to expect.
No, you won't have
at least
anything.
about
You cannot
100.
expect any revenue as of now, because
Yeah.
no one is going to like kind of invest on us. On what
Yeah, yeah,
basis?
nobody's
Like,
going to. Yeah.
why would anyone invest on us at this time? Because it is a situation which has troubled not us, it has troubled the entire world.
Everyone, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I also have few clients who used to come on a regular basis just to record cover songs. So probably they are also skeptical कि भाई हमारा priority अभी ये नहीं है. Like we can do cover songs.
First is you need an ease of mind, a peace of mind, okay, to do music.
Yeah.
When you don't have a peace of mind, and when you're like kind of tensed regarding survival, so music comes later in this. Okay, so I'm just being honest.
Music comes
with you.
much later. I know.
Much later. Music is only when you have like you have everything is going smooth in life, so maybe I should take up music. Maybe I'm in Hawaii and wearing a flower band and taking a ukulele in hand and playing music. That is a different story.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, even I would love to do that. Obviously, any musician would love to do that. Okay, so now this is not the time to kind of maybe play music, because even my revenue has affected a lot. Okay, and even as a teacher, I have lost a lot of students. Okay, because they are tense, because see, some students are aged and they are running families and they need to pay their home loans and this and that. So so everything has gone like crazy. Okay, so it has not only affected me, it has affected everyone. Okay, now this is the only time that you'll have to just wait till the time everything settles. Okay, you cannot do anything right now.
Definitely.
You cannot go out also, because it's a government law that you can't even go out.
Hey, definitely
So,
you can't go.
you can't go out and tell people like, come over, let's learn music. It will not happen. Okay, we will have to just wait, because it's not just us, like all four of us, but it's for everyone, every musician, okay, on the planet.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
planet. I like that.
Even if you're sitting somewhere near, I don't know, some Puka Islands or somewhere, you're just alone and there's one student, even he will think 10 times whether to come or not.
Definitely.
Okay, so
Akash, what do you have to
yeah.
say? Basically, Akash is very quiet for a long time.
Can you just
I
unmute?
can say the mute here. Akash, your voice is mute. You have to unmute.
Yeah, so I'll tell you some funny.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
most challenges you all are going through. I can understand all internet connection. The poor internet connection.
Akash, can you just probably change the mic system, because I think you are using a Bluetooth mic at the moment. Yeah, if you can just make it a live or something, directly streaming from your laptop, because there is a lag when it comes to Bluetooth. Definitely, there's a huge lag. I tried that on my first meeting, then I understood. Bluetooth वाला चलता नहीं है. Yeah.
Is it audible now?
Yeah, it is very much audible. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the first and the most horrible situation is the internet connection. There's a huge lag when you're teaching,
Yes.
and that's very annoying. The second problem, if it is a beginner guitarist, the guitar is completely out of tune.
Yes.
And tuning the guitar online, it's a challenge if they have no experience in that. And few of them.
Okay. As he rightly
Things
said.
happened with Ishan, right?
Yeah, as you rightly said, there's a like a good internet connection is a big problem. Right now, we are facing that while you are talking.
Yeah, I can
there's a
see
lot
that.
of-
It's all delayed.
all delayed. Yeah. So yeah, it definitely makes sense. In terms of tuning, as you rightly said, a person who is new to the instrument, uh, how I faced this challenge is like I had a student of mine who joined ukulele class. At first class, I just taught her, okay, do strumming up and down, up and down, up and down. That's it. Nothing else majorly. Knowing that her ukulele is just out of tune. After teaching her the basic strumming up and down, and then I said, okay, wait, let's take a break from this. I'll teach you some basic theory. Then I taught her chromatics, like C hota hai, D hota hai, E hota hai. Then you have accidental C, C sharp, D sharp, like that. Then I made a diagram and I just shown it to her. Okay, now your strings are these are your strings. Okay, check the tuner and see whether this particular string is on which particular note. Okay, and then tune it accordingly, looking at that graph. That one thing, if your student is able to understand much, you are too lucky if your student is able to understand. Because sometimes what happens is like, you have a G string and your string is somewhere on E. अब इसको पीछे लेके जाके G करना है या आगे लेके जाके G करना है. That's the biggest. And sometimes I need to listen to my students guitar string and then I have to analyze with the नहीं इसको tight कर नहीं इसको loose कर. So that's how it kind of managing with big task. And also Mangesh, have you started this teaching beginners like absolutely freshers online? Like
No, as of now I haven't, but I might soon. And the thing is, yeah, I will have to see how I will have to go about that.
okay.
Everything will be fresh for the child, not for me, but for the child or
Yeah.
anyone who is there. So let's see how it goes. So I will be very much happy to share my first experience. And most probably, if we keep this kind of thing next time again.
Okay. So Nishant, you spoke about the lockdown and you say that, okay, we have to wait. And then, but my point is, my point is when it comes to production, again, coming back to the production point of view, production, recording, mixing, be one of the key elements required for a song to release. And then videography separate. These things won't be same anymore. That's what I personally believe. It is definitely not going to be same anymore because long back in Bollywood there was a concept of designing a set within a place, a small location on a studio. You shoot it over there, and then Bollywood has raised their own budgets. Now they shoot wherever they want. Like अभी दुबई में करना तो दुबई में करना है, सब कुछ like that. The entire Gajini was shot in India. And only for that Tu Meri Adhuri Pyas, that song, they went to some Sahara desert and somewhere and they're shot. Okay. That much was the budget in earlier time. I think that whole thing is slowly going to die, not because of the budget issues, but because of the fear that even if the lockdown gets over, you can hear the news of several places like there is a second wave of coronavirus happening. So nobody is ready to take risks. Absolutely. That is one biggest thing that is going to be a downfall of Bollywood, and also it is going to give rise to indie artists, like independent artists like us. So that is where I'm coming to the point. Like independent artists like us, like for example, all three of you, basically you are working from home. I need to start implementing working from home because I never worked from home. I always went to studio, and because I'm very much comfortable on my setup. But okay, that's a part and parcel induced during this lockdown. I will learn how to do it. Other big point is I think it's a growth opportunity for indie artists like us. Social media, number one, if your content is absolutely good, really good, with the help of people's support, your individual one single song can be lifted. You really don't need Bollywood. You don't need any producers influence, nothing like that, which has been the case even earlier. But right now, after lockdown, the entire independent artist thing has just boomed up. Like you can see Pratik Kuhad. Pratik Kuhad is like on the top chart list of Spotify. So like for people like us, we have already invested our money and our time and efforts on learning software, on buying the equipments and doing at home. How this whole scenario, like, growth opportunity, just sitting at home, doing your work and just upload it. Now, if you have a label of yours, you can also upload your songs on these platforms like that. How do you see that as an opportunity? And how do you see that as a growth opportunity for revenue as well as marketing, both?
See, now the thing is like, since you spoke about like having your own record label, uploading music, so this is the best time to build your audiences online. Okay.
Okay.
So you can build big audiences. Like it will obviously take time, but eventually you will be spreading it. It is just like your coronavirus. From one, it will go to 10, it will go to hundreds, and it will go to thousands. So even in music, what we can do is like we can build our fan base. Since we know that this is my sound, this is the way I make music. So you can build your own fan base.
Okay.
Okay. So in this year, maybe you can just maybe target on building your own fan base. Maybe people love your sounds, they follow you. Okay. So you can maybe what you can do is like you can live stream your music, or maybe you can show how you make your music, and you can maybe, if I'm a DJ, so I can make an entire DJ set, on a weekend. So I can keep my audience engaged, okay, in this lockdown. So you have some peace of mind on a weekend that, okay, yeah, we have an online thing, my favorite artist is playing some good numbers.
Good numbers. Okay.
Good numbers, yeah. So he's playing his numbers and we are able to witness it live, okay. So you can do this for a couple of months, maybe a year you can do it, but I don't think this can be done forever. Because eventually people will be like, okay, no, this is getting too monotonous and there's nothing new happening now. Okay, we are listening to new music, but there's nothing, there's no growth in this. It's like it's just going in in a particular wave.
Okay.
So to have the growth happening, you have to go outdoors and perform. Okay,
so ultimately it lands up to your performance and shows.
Which it is not possible because there is a lot of large gathering, right? So whatever with large gathering has been cut off to zero now. So you cannot have live shows, you cannot have anything, you cannot have a meeting. Okay, so only thing you can utilize is the online thing where you can share your music, make new work, and maybe share it with people, and make your own fan base, make your page, maybe you can just share it there, and at least build a target audience. Like you can have in mind, okay, I need 1,000 people in my page, on my page, and I want them to listen to my music, like dedicatedly to my music. So you can do that, you can target at least that in the lockdown. But with the revenue thing, you cannot build a revenue, just to be honest with that. Okay. You cannot do, I have to pay bills. Okay. So I cannot just release one track and pay all the bills, right? It's not easy and it's not possible. So I need to have, even if I have 1,000 tracks, I cannot pay my bills through that. Okay. So it's not easy. So maybe what you can do is like you can release, you can get some kind of little bit of revenue, okay, which will make you happy that, okay, something is coming on my pocket during the lockdown time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do that. You can do some kind of thing which is engaging audiences as well as yourself, and you're not thinking too much about the corona. So you cannot do anything about the virus right now. Okay,
Definitely.
all the bigger scientists, they are all working hard day and night. Okay, they are working on the vaccine. So you cannot do anything on that. Okay, your main target now is you can build your fan base, you can build your audiences, because once this is over, so you're ready. Because if you're wasting your time after 2 years, like you're building your audience, that time it will be too late.
It's already too late actually.
It's already too late. Okay, it's already too late. But still, if you're doing it after that 2 years, so it'll obviously, you will take at least 8 to 10 years to establish yourself. Okay. So it's always better to do something creative, or maybe build your fan base. Again, I'm saying the same thing. Okay. And work on your stuff, be creative, because this is the only time that you get. Because once you are kind of in a normalization, this thing zone, so you will not spend too much time at home, working on music. In fact, you will be rather going out here and there.
I think that is the time when you have to do the rest of the remaining 30% of your individual tracks that you have made. Just working on that, finishing off each and everything.
Finishing each and every one. What I did, I recently started with the project. What I did in 2016. So I had a track I made in 2016 and 17 also. So I picked up few tracks from there and I completed it recently. So the sounds that I used that time and the sound that I use now, it's drastically different.
Okay.
Yeah, different. Okay, because your mind starts improving. You kind of think about the different sounds. Okay, you know about the current scenario, what is happening in music. Okay, so you're trying to imitate those sounds in your music. Okay, you're trying to reach a level of an international standard. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's entirely based on right now. It's entirely based on the growth.
It's based on your individual growth. Like as a
Individual growth,
musician, you need to craft your skills. That's it. This is the entire time to craft your skills, because here you cannot think about money. Okay, you cannot just think about like full time I need money, because money will come. Okay, but it will not come as much as you will think now. Okay, it will come something. Okay, something you will have in your hand. Maybe if you are taking classes and all, you will have some revenue coming from there. Okay, but you cannot expect 100% growth to happen during the lockdowns. Okay. This will happen eventually once the time is like correct. Good.
Yeah, so my whole point is, see, Nishant, what you're saying is true. For the lockdown, definitely nothing is happening. Not only in music, actually, many of the fields are affected.
Yeah, all fields, whatever you say,
but
IT, you say
I
anything.
strongly have a feeling the whole approach of the entertainment industry, that you can say, or audio visuals both, the entire approach would have a different take maybe later. Right now already we were like on the verge of shifting everything from TV to mobile. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have OTT platforms like Hotstar, Netflix, and the most common is YouTube, because you see several contents on YouTube. So already that phase was happening right now. And TV में क्या होता है ना, TV में I think except news channels nothing has been watched as of now. News channels you will get the same thing over Facebook, on YouTube as well. You just go live and you can see it. My whole point is the industry won't be same even after lockdown.
No, the industry won't be same even after lockdown.
Even after lockdown.
Okay. Even after lockdown, I'll tell you, at least for 1 year, it will not be the same thing.
1 year,
okay, at least
definitely
for
not.
6 months.
Yeah, so 1 year, so it won't be same. Even after lockdown, people won't go. So the live show, things are totally gone. See, when you're talking about the certain things like, okay, we can't think about the revenue during lockdown, which is understood. But you have to think about the revenue when it comes to 2 years, 3 years down the line.
Yes, absolutely.
Because,
you need to think that.
yeah, because the entire industry was based on the shows. Even the famous music director, I don't know to take this name, he was saying that we don't earn much on the recordings. We don't earn much as a label of music director coming under the movie label. We produce those songs. We wish that song to become a blockbuster hit, and then we perform the same songs on the stage, and then we earn money. Right now, what I'm seeing is the rise of these two platforms, that is Book My Show and Insider. They are giving live shows tickets, live shows, that is online tickets. Stand-up comedians are coming on Zoom. You pay the money, you get an independent meeting ID and independent password. And that's what is happening. And I have seen several other artists who are performing at home. Now my point is, okay, if your sibling who stays with you is a musician, then okay, you are a singer, you're a musician, both of them are okay. Now on a live platform, you are playing guitar, I am playing keyboard, Mangesh is playing something else. I don't think so. It can really work.
It will not work.
So it has to be in like individual parts playing, collaborating, and putting up together.
Yes, absolutely. You need to kind of show your video editing skills now.
Only video editing skills and making it good. It will definitely sound better, but then that is again not going to fetch some money. But I'm talking about, let's say 1.5 years down the line, there can be a platform where I'm just talking to you, you just hear it on the floor. I'm just playing a guitar, you just do the improvisation with me. If that is the near future, then the entire auditorium, entire theater concept is gone. This is for those people. Yesterday I put one particular article on Facebook saying, will the orchestras be same like that? So much of money has been invested on making the theaters. Theaters ko bhi itna soundproof bana hai. Like if you go to NCPA theaters, like they have done crazy work over there.
See, obviously, again, I'm telling you that, this is not a permanent loss, but this is a temporary loss. It is a temporary loss for at least 2 years, maybe.
2 years, maybe down the definitely.
Yes, 2 years. Yeah, it is not a permanent loss. So you have to just wait for the right time to come. Okay, it's not a permanent loss. It's not like it'll take 50 years to kind of recover. Obviously, when Spanish flu happened in 1917 or 18 something like that, it lasted for 2-3 years, right? It never lasted for 30 years or 40 years. Okay, so same thing. So, and since we are advanced now, it's not 1917, we are in 2020. So things are advanced. Okay, so here you don't have to kind of wait for like 3 years. You just have to wait for 1 year and 2 years or maybe, and see, and everything will come back to normal as usual. It will come back to normal. But only thing is, like, people will be little skeptical to go out and maybe, because what happens, like, even after 2 years, even if you don't find any case and suddenly you hear one case, then everything will go again back to the
Again,
square
back to
one.
that one. That's most likely possible in coming.
It's more likely possible.
likely
So
possible
you cannot give
everywhere
a
at the same
guarantee on anything because we cannot predict future. We cannot predict what will happen in the next 10 minutes.
Next 10 minutes, definitely.
Okay, so
As well, the
yeah,
Maharashtra is on a very top red zone at the moment. Like,
see, we are highly kind of we are in a very highly infectious zone. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's not even like you can't even go out. It's very unsafe. Okay,
Yeah.
so the thing you can do now is like sit home and work on your music. If you're a musician, work on your music. If you're some dancer or a photographer, maybe you can start reading books, ebooks or something. Definitely craft your skills online. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you
I
can
will
take
shift
up
to,
online courses.
Yeah, I would like to shift to Mangesh. Mangesh, see, you were into live gigs, playing for live musicians. Nishant is one of them. There is another guy, Nishant. So he's one of them, and many other artists you have been playing live. So are you into collaborating with those singers and musicians at the moment? Like, are you having any ideas? Okay, let's collaborate and probably form a brand which we can utilize later on once everything gets over.
Yeah, actually, the girl with whom I collaborated, actually I performed with her many times. Live, I performed with her only,
Okay.
and we have a band. So there are different artists are there. Actually, this was my idea. I asked her. She was kind of convinced, and she thought that this might work.
Okay.
Now thinking of making it like the same collaboration. Instead of a 2-piece thing, we can make it like 4-piece or 6-piece.
6 piece, okay.
So most of the instrumentalists we have, so they have their instruments, and some of them even have audio interfaces at home.
Yeah,
So-
that's my next. That's why another thing, another point. I would not say worry because to be very honest, you need to learn sound engineering and music production to get that craft of getting that right quality, or at least of spending 10 years on your work. That enhances your ear and you understand the quality. So even if, let's say, a singer who gets a microphone at their house,
Mhm.
he or she could maximum record her voice and upload it on YouTube. Maybe just one track of a karaoke and then sing over it and just put it on YouTube. That is at the most a singer would be doing it. Otherwise, I don't think so. So you never know, because let's say if a singer like Mangesh, your friend,
Mhm.
she is your friend. Let's assume she was not your friend. She was just a client for you. So she would be giving you a project. Let's say, see, you make a track, you give it to me. I'll just put my voice over it. Then you do the mixing part, and then you give it to me. What do you think about that? Like, that could be possible in another, let's say, because see,
Yeah,
all these singers
and-
all have a different profession where they're actually earning. So
Right.
a lot of people are actually earning, and I'm not talking about right now the situation, 2-3 months, but let's say after 6 months or 8 months later on, when things are normal, let's say even after a year, let's say things are still normal, but क्यों studio क्यों जाने का? मैं बना सकता है ना, घर पे record करके भेज सकता है ना. So what happened was, like, earlier when we used to have this meeting, Rock School ka, no, you remember these meetings used to happen. Ritesh used to fly all the way from Delhi to come over here. Now he found the easiest solution: make a Zoom webinar, give it to you. I don't think so in future he's ever going to come back, or like that. Probably for customer relation, he might come once a year to Mumbai. All the rest of all the meetings would happen online.
Right.
So in such scenario, there are high chances that I feel that all these musicians, singers would turn out to be a mini producer. They would just produce a part of that portion, and then you, as an experienced artist, as an experienced engineer, as an experienced music producer, your work is to do fine tuning and giving it to them. That's what I see the future. Akash, तुझे क्या लगता है as a guitarist? What do you think? See, Akash,
Yeah, so everyone is going to work on their own skill, and in a way, it's beneficial because we can save a lot of time because people will be more educated about what they want to do and the way they are going to do it. Abhi tak the situation was like people used to come and they just wanted things to get done. But now, since it's the lockdown, they cannot get out. They have to try to do it on their own. So yeah, it's a good thing. They are learning and it's beneficial for everyone. Like they'll know what they want and how to achieve that, and you can save your time. So yeah, it would be more professional, but for now, time being, it's going to be very difficult for every one of us.
everyone. obviously, right now the situation is not favorable. I'm as a person, I'm actually looking at a situation 6 months down the line. Let's say today we are in May. Let's assume it is September, October, when things are slightly open. I mean, you can get out of your house, not to go for a picnic or something, but for a short distance, meet somebody, say hi, bye, go buy your necessary things. You won't definitely go to theaters, nothing. In such a situation, my client who stays nearby, not very far, who stays nearby, would definitely come to my studio just to meet, hi, and go. Otherwise, I think the person would be sitting at home and trying to get, because in last 1 week I've been getting orders from my clients like, I have done this, I've done my part at home, I've done this recording, I've done my shooting, I'm sending you the video, just see if you can color grade it, if you can just do some editing work. Rather, earlier what I used to do is, these clients used to come to my studio, they used to record, I used to do the shooting from my camera, I used to do the entire editing work and giving it to them. After everything gets over, they would feel like, okay, this could be done at home also, why would we really need to go to a studio? We need the person's service to get our things right, fine tuning, that's it, like that. So if you think about that, then it's time that we evolve ourselves and try to understand that, okay, all are learning by themselves, all are learning quickly and fast, and there is something that we need to work on our work model, that in a way that it generates income for us, like that. Nishan, what do you say regarding this?
The thing is, like, again, I've said the same thing. I'll be saying the same thing again and again. Okay.
I understand. Okay. Nee, lockdown is still okay. Okay. I understand. Fine. So
see, even if the lockdown opens, you will not have students coming to your place. They will be thinking 100 times whether to go or not, because there will be even more 100 people out here.
That is one thing. I happen to have this particular parent, and she always used to wonder, like, I cannot send my child to your place because we don't have time. Who will pick up? Who will drop? And then suddenly realize, अरे ये तो online है. ये तो हो सकता है आराम से. So probably, like, after the lockdown also, they would still prefer. बच्चा सीख रहा है ना, ठीक है. We'll put them online only, something like that. So Akash, what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to online teaching, about 1.5 months time, I really understood, okay, this is the model that you really need to do to teach online. You really can't teach the face-to-face method. All these sessions are generally follow-up sessions. What you have done in your past, if you have practiced, I'll be teaching you 2-3 more things. You learn that. And the moment I understand that you are able to understand, probably you're not able to play in that particular speed, but still you are able to understand certain things. I believe that, okay, you understood. Now all you need is do practice now, and we'll meet on the next class. So that's something like that. But, or are you having to send them video also along with this?
See, my teaching approach is completely different, because first thing I need to do, like a group class used to have 4 to 5 people.
Yeah.
My online sessions, I'm not taking more than 2 or 3. That's the limit.
Okay.
Then usme bhi I have to see ki who's at what level. So if it is a group class of 2 or 3, so they all should be at the same level, so that I can take the same lesson.
Same lesson.
Now, yeah, before lesson, I need to make a proper lesson plan, like how much time I have and what things can be taught and what they need to learn. Then I need to make a proper notes of whatever we are going to learn. I need to send them the notes. I need to explain each and everything. I need to see, I need to monitor how everyone is performing, if they are getting it or not. And even after that, I make sure I record a video of whatever we have learned, so they have it for the reference in future. Like if they don't understand or they forget something or making any mistake, they can obviously go back, look at the video, and they can relearn. Apart from that, I also make sure I give them a proper practice routine, so that they know how much they need to practice, what things they need to practice.
So you do that for every lesson? You do video shooting for each and every lessons, whatever you're doing?
I have to do that.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
And then few of them, they also send me the video for the reviews. Okay, where are we going wrong? Is it right? Is it wrong?
Yeah,
So,
I have done that. I've done in my past also. So basically, it's a mandatory thing for all my students to send their videos in the middle of the week. I do the assessing part, and then give them the feedback. Okay, this is the places that you need to work on. They work and they come back to next class. Sometimes I'm being very nasty. I put the person's name also. I did not receive your video in the group. So what happens is, in a way, if the child sends a particular video in the group, and then that motivates the other person who is actually not practicing. They suddenly get the pump. Okay, even these people are sending the videos. Okay, let me also send the video. So that kind of thing which is motivating them. Acha, by the way, if you are aware of the Rock School online examinations that is happening right now. So what they are doing is only the 3 pieces and the technicals. So technicals consist of your scales, arpeggios, chord voicing, but the entire technicals you are supposed to perform. Let's say every single scale, every single arpeggio, something like that. So your technicals actually becomes 40 marks and your 3 pieces becomes 60. So that's how the 100 marks. So you are not performing your ear test. You're not performing your improvisation. No general musician question.
Okay, so all 3 great pieces, and you just need to work on the technical part.
Technicals, every single scale, every single piece. So you need to shoot the entire video of your examination you're performing. So what here the benefit is, like, a child gets multiple takes. Like, for example, if a student who's performing, he or she feels that I could have done better than this, you can still shoot the video, probably shoot the entire exam 2-3 times, whichever is the best, you give it to the examiner. Meanwhile, the examiner who's sitting in the London, he gets the video, he just gets to evaluate, he can rewind forward, check whatever it is to get a better clarification. He will give you an e-mark sheet written at a proper keyboard, not with a handwriting, so that we don't find it difficult for to understand. And that's it. So that's how it is happening. So I think personally, I'm teaching 1-to-1. I'm not teaching group. I'm finding it too difficult to teach group. Nishant, what do you think? Like, have you started group sessions, or you're still on?
I take one-on-one. I take group, like some kids. Yeah, I do. I have students in international also, so I take sessions at night, 3 o'clock.
Acha, wow.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So, but again, like, it's like people don't want to, like, and I have got calls and messages and saying that my first string is gone, second string has been broken.
That's the biggest tension. Like, I lost one student because the student broke his string.
I have lost 3.
Wow. Your students are more practicing than mine.
So that's the thing. So
the strings are broken, gone. Your student is gone here. So
student's gone. So you can't do anything now.
Wow. That is something. I have plenty of inquiries that people want to join, but they don't have the instrument. So it's the same case. So like I happened to call up one of these guys in Vashi, a new music shop, and just happened to call him and ask him, "Hey, bhai, tune khola bhi hai kya? Otherwise you don't open the shop, just deliver to these places." He said, "No, we are not going to take risk." So you just open the shop and you are fined for 15,000 rupees and probably 7 months jail. Nobody wants to take that risk.
So why would anyone take a risk in life now? Because the situation is about life and death now. So you can't take any risk.
Definitely.
That's what I told you. You like, this is not the time to kind of learn music, because like, not for everyone. Only it's good for kids, but not for the people who are working and they have loans and EMIs to pay. Yeah. So only for the kids. Yeah.
But if you just slightly work on our marketing skill and just target some people who has plenty of money. So like that, I'm not money minded or anything, but there can be a audience who's waiting for us to come and approach them. Instead of telling them, like, I understand you are having money problem, or just tell them that, okay, you are any which way sitting bored at home, why don't we join the class? We are ready to teach you something. So those who can afford, definitely they will join.
Yeah, obviously that is true.
So yeah, like that. We'll go to the YouTube sessions and section, and we'll see whoever has commented. Can you all see the YouTube? Let me open my YouTube. Yeah. My brother has commented, Akash's voice is not clear. Okay, we didn't get much reviews from here. If you have opened up your Facebook or something, are you able to find any chats where people have asked any questions or anything? I don't know. Have to see. अपना मोबाइल निकाल के देखो यार. So my mobile is little hanged, I guess. It's a very wrong time to happen. As of now, we didn't get any much comment because it was, I think, a last minute announcement that we would be having this discussion over here. See, in one way, I'm pretty happy that we had this discussion over here. more or less Nishant is very firm that नहीं तुम लोग घर पे बैठ के practice करो पैसा मत कमाओ. Obviously I'm just
No, it's not. No, I'm not talking about paisa mat kamao. See, we all need money, okay? We all need money to survive, okay?
Definitely.
Okay, it's not like paisa mat kamao, but jitna ho raha hai utna kamao. We cannot push ourselves because it's not the right time
Definitely.
to push.
I totally agree with you. That any final takes by Mangesh and Akash. So Mangesh, to start.
The same thing. Now we'll have to wait for some time. So online sessions will help, and if we have so much of spare time, we could definitely improve our skills. It might be like Nishant, video editing. It might be you're playing also. And another thing is we could give the exams, because the online exams which where they are accepting the video submissions, and for if you need the books you can buy them online as well. So catch a good teacher and ask him to teach. If you are okay with doing this thing, then this might be the right time to do.
So whoever you are, guitarist, keyboardist, EDM producer, Bollywood music producer, whatever it is, ultimately it ends up into teaching right now. That's what I can see.
Yeah, we can say that.
See, teaching is the only option that you have right now.
Yeah.
To make
That's a
money.
really booming option. I think the person who is earning the maximum is Byju's Academy. So he is minting money. Probably.
See, Baiju is next level now.
Baiju thought of this long back. Obviously not of Corona, but thought of this online thing long back. Because see, the main thing is we also have to accept that fact is last 2 years have been very good for us in terms of mobile data and everything. Since Jio has come in picture, things have become very, very easier. Per day data consumption is like 1.5 GB that they're giving you, which is a very good platform. So that they already started one. Otherwise, if that was not there, then I think we would have been having the worst scenario right now in terms of conducting classes online stuff. The people are still ready to take risk, because I have few students who don't have Wi-Fi at home, so they are completely based on their mobile data. So the day when they are having their classes, I have to keep telling them that hey, please don't watch your Hotstar, Netflix, Amazon Prime, nothing. You just save that much data for the class that you are going to attend, and then after that you do whatever you want. So like that. So there are some students who are only based on the data, and Zoom is one of the app that at least slightly better than most of the other apps. Like at least the Zoom, the streaming is very much on beat. So, like that. So I think it's a good session that we had. I would like to have a next session probably about the online collaboration. What do you think? Then if we can have a next session, we can just write down the topics and come up and talk about the online collaborations, and let's have some artists getting along, or budding artists who because when I'm thinking about artists, I'm not looking at people like us. I'm looking at people like the age of 13, 14, 15 who have like either ways never started earning in their life. So we can help them in terms of generating their music, arranged and giving it to them. They can come to us for the help in terms of getting our music done. So what happens is during this lockdown, we can accumulate projects, we can understand their needs, we can make the track and keep it ready. So once everything gets over, if those students, if those clients have a recording facility at home, might as well record and give it to us. We'll do the mixing at our home and that's it. Or at least we'll keep the track ready for the time being. And once lockdown is over, all you need to do is just come once, record and go, like that. So that is something which I would like to say, because what happens is earlier I had a client from Dubai. Now what he used to do is he used to give me the track. He used to give me the assignment for making the background score arrangement. I used to make those tracks and give it to them. He used to go to any local studio in Dubai, pay an hour, like this much pounds. He used to go get it recorded, send me the voice again for mixing the work. So in my life, I've never met that client again. There are a few clients that way, like who stays far away, and I've never met them again. And that's how they've been doing it. So that's one solution that I would feel like, if a singer, if a client has a small setup from his or her side, then probably this travel thing will stop, and then we can work. Because if for collaboration also, you need the person to have the setup. If it's a friends collaboration, there is no revenue involved, but it's a client collaboration, definitely some revenue is involved. So that can give you some at least 5 to 10% of your revenue, which has totally stopped, will start again. So like that. What do you think about this, Mangesh? तुझे क्या लगता है? You have only one particular friend like this, or there are several other people who would be interested right now?
Abhi, like right now, though I don't have many people, but soon, like just like would create an audience, create a fan following, and let's see, let's hope in the future how it goes.
No, but my whole point is, what if we offer them this thing that no, even if you are at home, you can still do your work from home. I know the market is very niche. To have a singer, to have a client who has a budget and who also has an interface and a mic, but you never know. There could be some people like that. So somewhere, you know, for me, that's what has happened. Like I started teaching ukulele. I just promoted a word, and then suddenly somebody from South Mumbai, somebody just called me and said that we have the ukulele, but we never thought of learning. Can you teach? Now that person, the money is not an issue for that person. Boredom is an issue. So we are there to help you out. If we try to promote that particular aspect, okay, you are a singer, you are a writer, you write the songs, you sit at home. We are ready to help you in terms of online, whatever possible. Make the production work, give you the track, mix and master and give it to you. All you need to do is, if you have a mic, you just sing and send it to me. Like that.
I think that's a great way of generating money.
Yeah.
That's a great way of generating money. That's a smart move, actually.
Definitely, this is a smart move. So what we could do is, we could market this particular thing like a collaboration. Like that's why I got this idea from Mangesh. Like Mangesh collaborated with her friend. So if I collaborate with another singer and get the work done, like some singer who has a mic at home, because there are a lot of people. Mics are very cheap right now. If you see, mics are not that expensive like it used to be before. Mics, audio interface. Even if you have a USB microphone, that itself is like a mini interface which is connected, and they just record it. Why do they have the mic? Because probably they are recording at home for their hobby's sake, just simply like that. But they have certain songs written. You would help them releasing their song as an album, and then it doesn't take much time for you to upload it on YouTube or any other platform like that. So I think one way apart from teaching is this one: market yourself in terms of you as a person who can help them out in terms of 90-95% work. All they need to do is just 5% of their input from their end. So that is something which I believe. So I think we have to work collectively in terms of collaboration. So Mangesh, I was actually thinking of, I told you about your friend singer, right? What if we collaborate with a singer? What if we collaborate with other musicians? So let's say Nishant, you are doing a fantastic, you are made a beautiful track, and then you want Akash to get his guitar done over there. On a particular screen, you just put you and Akash together. Your video footages will show that you are sitting in front of the PC, and Akash will be seen as he playing the stuff. And towards the end, you can just put a mention saying that work, who said we can't the work stops during quarantine. In fact, the new idea starts with the quarantine, something like that. We can just boom up this idea, give it to people like that. Because my point is, if you don't do it, there is somebody else who's going to do it already. Probably must have done it already.
Yeah, might have done. I don't know.
Yeah, might have done it already. So yeah. People like, what I'm saying, might have done. If you see a lot of celebrities, they're all shooting at home, sitting with using their cameras.
Absolutely.
Lot of awareness is like, there was a video of Amitabh Bachchan trying to find his specs, and Ranbir Kapoor jaake dhoond raha hai, and Katrina Kaif is searching in her house, Alia Bhatt is searching in her house, but it is shown as a black and white thing, so it looks like all of them are there at particular house only. And then finally somebody comes and gives the Amitabh Bachchan the specs. It looks like all of them are searching in one particular house, but they are searching in a different houses. What I mean to say by this is, like, you can create a scenario where you can still work from home, work at home, and you can start doing the work. And it shouldn't, this lockdown should not stop. At least, see, if your project is a major project, then I understand you have no other option. But if it is just about a small jingle, if it is just about a small cover that you just need to put it on YouTube, why should we stop our work because of that? So that's what my idea is. So Mangesh, I'm very much inspired by your idea of collaborating, and the quality was really good. Actually, I liked it very much. Yeah. So ठीक है, I think we can call it off for this meeting.
Yeah.
Just check the YouTube section if anybody has any. So one of my cousin has written, what development in tech would you say will help to do recording, editing and production, since several industries are looking at work from home as a permanent change? Would we see a time where there would be studio networking? Who would like to take this question?
I think Nishant would be the perfect person.
Perfect person. Okay, Nishant, can we have you here answering this one? So Janak is asking that what would be the tech development that we can see from working from home?
Tech development, I think, what should I say for this one? Like, see, the thing is, like, since you have now all the softwares and all, like, you can work from home. But again, we cannot see a work from home as a permanent change. That won't happen at all. Okay. It is just a 2 years gap. We'll have to wait. Okay. You never know. If you have a vaccine tomorrow, you will have to just wait for 1 week and you're sorted out. Or maybe 1 month and you're sorted out and your life is back to normal. Okay, so we
Life
cannot
won't
have
be back to normal at least for 2 years as of now. But
yeah, 2 years as of now you won't.
But 2
find
years
it
is a
normal.
big time. If you observe, 2 years is a big time for any development to happen. Because what happens is when there is a downfall of certain thing, there is an upgrade. Like there is like it's an opportunity for some industry who would want to enter and say that we can work from home. Like I'm telling you, there is an app called Smule and Star Maker. You must be aware of it.
Yeah, I know.
And it definitely doesn't give you the studio quality effect, but the customers are pretty much happy using it.
Yeah, see again, so this is like only for self-satisfaction and to make other people satisfied. But if you really want actual satisfaction, you need to have a proper recording studio. You have to go there, you have to do the stuff. So that is the thing. So there's a difference between a high level satisfaction that we musicians target, and there are like satisfaction what normal people will target. Okay, we are not that normal people. We are into the music industry. So we target for the highest quality of music. Okay, there is something called as wave, there's something called as vinyl, and there is something called as your MP3. So these guys are happy with the MP3, we are happy with the vinyls.
Yeah, definitely we're happy with the vinyls, no doubt in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nishant says that there are a lot of technologies available, softwares where you can work from home. I think, Janak, I personally feel that these ideas are good enough for generating, probably composing and making a raw track to give an idea, or sample tracks, and you can use them at home and just create a raw track and just produce that in front of any higher level music producer who will take your tracks and make it into a professional track like that. Yeah, I sometimes, for a reference, I make tracks on my mobile, on my GarageBand mobile also. I just make a random track just to get a feel of it. That's not a final one, but you just get a feel of it. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. So that's what the technology is doing. But technology has already come long back. People are just looking at it right now. Okay, let's see who else have to say things. Okay, I think that's it as of now. So it was nice having you all here, Mangesh, Akash, Nishant. Very valuable feedback, and we all are doing our best right now in terms of teaching, and hope to see hope that we do more collabs and get the things on the place, so that it really does our marketing of our other skills apart from teaching. Like that. So yeah. So Akash, any last take you have to say?
And hope for the best. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hope for the best. And Mangesh, anything? Any last takes you have to say?
Yeah, same thing. Let's hope for the best.
Okay, let's see. So that's we end the session. Okay, see you next time. Okay, chalo. Take care.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye bye.